Hi guys. Looks like, give me a second to get everything going here. Redirect, there we go. Okay. Let me check the sound. There it is. Mute. All right. Oh, come on, Siri. I don't want you, baby. There we go. That's it. Okay. If you guys can hang out for a second, I'm going to get some other people here. There we go. Hi, the way. Very good. Say hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping in. If you don't mind, give it a thumbs up if you like it. If you haven't subscribed. First time live. Very good. Fabian, how are you? Yeah, great. All right, we got a few more coming in. Let me see. Good. Okay. I wanted to bring an idea in. I have an idea in my head, and through a whole bunch of events, synchronicity always playing out in the perfection of your own evolution. Just take that into account as a side note. Firstly, you're interested in enlightenment. You're interested in waking up. Okay, so you're going to attract inevitably opportunities to wake up. Must know that. Law of attraction works. It's not a failure. It's 100% accurate all the fucking time. And it is speaking the language of the now, vibration. It doesn't speak English, it doesn't speak hope, it doesn't speak affirmations. It speaks vibration, the relationship you're having with the reality through the constant self. And that's what awakening is, and that's what we're working on here. So I saw something in a regard of a picture that was going to help you. Now, this ties into the last video I just put out about the it's happening to you here and now, that everything is creating your reality right now on Sundays Live, right? So when you're talking about an experience that's not happening in the now, you're creating that experience right now. And that experience in and of itself is a conclusive, exclusive now. And then it shifts now, and it's a constant. Now, we put things together with memory and time to be congruent. And then we have a timeline. But all that is not a standard. It is a created experience. So when you awaken to that, you have to see the entire idea of awakening in and of itself from this perspective of the awakener. So the awakener is an infant, a child, figuring itself out, and it only has a limited number of resources it can pull from. If it constantly pulls from its memory, then it's going to have a relationship of that standard, and the vibrational relationship shall remain the same, therefore attracting the same frequencies. So in other words, if you're in house A and you're always claiming house A, you're never going to go to house B. You're not going to go beyond yourself, that kind of idea. But I saw something about space and an image about maybe how this can help you see how you create your own reality, and all the likings of everything that's not here and now is an experience of the here and now. So let's take a peek at this. Hang on, let me look at that. Go away. Hello, hi. Okay, so I want you to look at. I got my stuff here. I want you to look at yourself before you came here, not as an identity, not what you think you were before here, not anything tied to a definition, no spiritual families, no purposes, no other incarnations, 0 point. Go back to wholeness, okay? So this is the whole of you, the I am, okay? You're a whole being. Now, the whole being cannot ever have lack. So you can't need, you can't want, you can't desire. You can create need, you can create want, and you can create desire, of course. But as a wholeness, you are one and all. You are all that is, all right? So in the experience of the fractal incarnation, the separated, say the whole of you creates a point of view. Now this point of view, for example, is we're going to put as an Arcturian. Now the Arcturians aren't separated species. They know they have a big wholeness about them. Why am I yelling? Am I yelling? I'm sorry. They have a whole they have a wholeness about them, connected back to the whole self. Remember, you're a multifaceted self. Okay? This is you, the one that you see in the morning every day. You're just looking through a perspective, creating a visual set of binoculars called a physical body, so it can carry you around. Down here in an incarnation, on an Arcturian incarnation, and have an experience. But there's no difference between these two. You're experiencing the Arcturian ride, okay? Wholeness remains. Human, empty. Better, let me draw it like this. Let me draw a little H here. Human, separated. No wholeness. None, zero, not there. Only regards itself as experience. It cannot reflect on its sequential selves. It cannot reflect on the history that lies within its kingdom, its own wisdom, its own intelligence, its forging self. Let me give you an example of how you feel that. First day on the job, you're scared shitless. 1 year, after being on the job for 1 year at the same job, you own the place. You're filled, you understand it. You're past it. Make sense? We don't have that. We're separated. Okay? So that's this. Now let's zoom in. Let's zoom in on the human. So we're going to do the big H, and now this is you. And you are scattered and shattered. You have no self, right? So let's just explode you into nothingness, and all of your perspectives are externalized. You're looking at mom, dad, teachers, friends, peers, politicians, laws, humanity, social, and all of these become your truths. Look at that. Look how much holes you have. You're not whole anymore. You're empty. So you rely on humanity to fill you. You rely on this idea of laws to fill you. People, teachers, moms, dads, friends. You have a relationship. Now, these aren't the truths of how you behave. No. Don't get confused with that. These are not those things. These are identities, relationship identities. They fill you. Now, you have a problem with the law. You're having an emotional relationship. It's not with the point of view of the law or not the law. It doesn't matter if abortion is legal or not. It's that you're getting energy from that dependency. The polarity is just a point of view of the experience of lack. So lack is giving you a way to fulfill the emptiness, because we're lackful, empty. We fill ourselves with identity. So we have an experience with maybe a lover. We have a big lover over here. And we start to grow depending on the lover. Now that's an emotional relationship. And we change ourselves to continue the emotional relationship of acceptance because it's pouring into the vortex worth, identity. And all these things are temporarily filling up your identity, keeping you maintained, and you move along. And you're this constant fucking wreck, managing all these realities through effort, thinking how to make your life better. That's what we're doing. the fractal. We value these externalisms. We value them because we didn't know anything else. You're going to have to get over the fact that you came here empty and it's nobody's fault, including yours. Stop with the hero, like I came here and I forgot. Stop with the pity party. Stop with the ideas of the rogue. Stop with the identity. Stop making yourself into something when you are whole. Don't forget, where are you? For those of you that just joined in, the whole of you, filled up, wholeness. We create the human, we're empty, filling our vortex up. This is natural, right here. I'm not very good at this. Sorry. Filled, whole, we fractaled ourselves into the human, empty, close up. How do we feel ourselves? Emotional identity, pride, prejudice, resistance, all felt through emotions. Now, we have to fill ourselves up with what's already there. What's already there. You're not literally separated. You're still whole. You just have a point of view, a perspective interpretation that is through those external beliefs that you value as truth. Create your experience emotionally as the fractal. Great ride, separation, got it, love it. But you have to realize you're already whole. You've never been not whole. Remember your Seth. Remember your Seth. You walk away from yourself in separation. You wake up and you return yourself to realize you never left. But waking up isn't fixing the fucking world. Waking up isn't demanding the world to change to your perspective of what you think the 4D earth looks like. Waking up isn't using those external values as a means of representing your worth. That's externalism. Waking up is seeing that you are relating to those things as identities. And when you have that emptiness, we can do a pie chart. So let's make a little pie. So right here we have lack in the whole thing. And let's say, for instance, you're depending on a job. And then you don't give up the job. You change the relationship. You accept that this is not a dependency and you have a divine nonchalance about it. Now your perspective is, I don't need the job. I attracted the job for an experience. It's not a depending. It doesn't complete me. I don't need it. My fears say money, my fears say career, my fears say all this, but I know I'm a creator. So you change the relationship and this piece of pie automatic becomes realized. Now this is a divine relationship of experience. And you're not courted by the ideas of emotions to pull you either way, to make a behavioral aspect to keep your job, demand your job, have a problem with a person at your job. That's all your fucking resistance. That's all this shit. What's a telltale clue about you exposing yourself to a belief system? Resistance. Any of it. It's you rubbing the wrong way against the unconditional. But you're not wrong. You're aware. Now that person might be a friction of separation. And they might be being the idea of total. But you accept them as they are. But you don't engage them and you don't fix them. So I want you guys to look at something. Let's take a little side note here. I want you to look at humanity. For all you awakeners out there thinking what the future is going to hold, go back to your history and look at all the people predicting the futures. And they're all dead. Okay? Well, we got some currently. But those people will die too with the unfulfilled future of their idea. Because what are they doing? All of these people were creating a now. So everyone that predicted the future was creating an experience uniquely in that bubble. Had nothing to do with your earth. If you think somebody else's earth that they say is going to be your earth, then you're enslaving yourself to that idea of that truth, which is a choice. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you're just taking an external value over yours. Remember, you're whole. You create your own reality, not the expected reality of the ego and its imageries attached to emotions of perfection and what it's supposed to be. What it is here and now, awakening to the self, taking down all the belief systems that skew your idea perspective and no longer allow you to be taken away by emotional relationship. You will be divine. But let's look at the humanity right now. Come on, all of it, look at it. Is humanity interested? The 8 billion people on the planet, are they interested in going backwards? Are they interested in going backwards? Think about what that means. Let's go backwards in time. Let's take away all the computers. Let's take away all the technology. And let's just go backwards and live that way. How many communities have tried to live in the 17 and the 18 and 1900s and they continue to blow up? All those communes. Because we've done that. Are you understanding? That would be repeating yourself. People are taking a picture on what the earth is supposed to be, and they're trying to force that on a collective that doesn't give a fuck except about their fucking cell phone and what they can access on social media so they can experience that life. The collective is moving forward with or without you. The mass psyche is very interested in an absolute technological, easy world. We've got robotics coming out of our ass. Tesla built Musk just released his robot. I don't think, and I don't know, but I don't think the robot walking around like in iRobot is the thing. I think robotics is where it's going. Self-driving cars, the flying taxis, all of the things that are automated. It's all coming because that's what we're interested in. We're not interested in labor any longer. We're not interested in hard life so we can feel satisfied because we did the right thing according to our ego. So we are fulfilling our ego because that's what it's picturing the earth should be like, and we better follow it and represent that, because if the others don't, that means they're a catastrophe, which is doing what? Oh my fucking God, it's creating that person's reality here and now. All of you are just creating nows. You're never creating time, ever. You can't create time. You create the experience of time. Time is a created notion of the now. It's how you interpret it. Fish don't have time. Snakes don't have time. Clouds don't have time. Trees don't have time. They're experiencing themselves in the now without the relegation of a memory or time. Maybe snakes have memories, I don't know. You got to see that. You got to see the wholeness of you is already. So when you're experiencing a memory and you're relating to that memory through the controversy of polarity and casting into the future a way we should all be and way we should act, and I'm going to act that way in expectations of the other because that's the best case scenario. What are you doing? You're creating your reality externally in expectations of the collective to follow you as the way that you're creating your here and now. That's all we're doing. It's a series of here's and nows. It's never time. Only the memory puts it together as time. How many things have you fucking forgotten in your life? You don't forget them. You're done with them. They're stored inside of you, but you don't remember them because they're not necessary. Just let go of thinking and watch how magical your life becomes, but not a magician magical of emotion like, oh my God, I'm in awe, I'm a magician. Not that shit. The wholeness of you return, the feeling of isness that can't be duplicated by any puny fucking emotion of joy, of happiness. It is way beyond that. So you're shattered into a million pieces, right? All of those perspectives, right? You're this whole being in a fractal, and you have all of your truths outside of the whole of you. I need to be a vegan. we should have no abortion. Abortion. What else? What's the problem in the world? Oh yeah, we should have laws against tyranny. Putin, Putin doing his thing over there. Okay, we should do something about that. Okay, what else can we do? What else can we fix? Okay, we need to cut out plastic, so we better recycle. Okay. Oh goddamn, what else do we have to do? Well, we're running out. We can't have fossil fuels. We're killing the atmosphere. All right, so we need electricity. Yeah, but if we have more electricity, we need more ways to get electricity. So we got to build, and that takes resources. So we got to mine underneath the ocean right now, and we got to go down. But that's a controversy. Okay, we can figure this out. We can do it together. Ding, 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 ding. Look at me. How many lives, how many nows are you going to spend outside of yourself? Managing the external fucking world. That's all you're doing. You're just going in this ring around the rosy, going from one point of view to the next, and that's emotional content, which drives back to the center of you, the big W, the worth. You're already whole, so you're already worthy, but you externalize everything, and that's the separation experience. That's the separation experience. You need to pull it all in and own it all because it's all yours. Everything that anyone has ever said on this planet is a story, and it's all up to you, all of it, to choose the truth behind it. Every fucking ounce. There's no standards except the 5 laws. Everything else is a created reality. So it all feels fucking bullshit, doesn't it? When all of these stories and all these myths are not real. Not real. What is real is reality. So you're creating a reality of experience. That's all you're doing. That's all we ever do. And look around. Isn't it fantastic? Are you not feeling so alive as a being of reality right now? Oh, emotionally, you might be empty because it's all bullshit. I've been duped. All of this stuff was important. That's the experience of separation. Awakening is an absolute master's work. It takes the discipleship of great courage, humility, and surrender to recognize all of these externalisms are just truths of the experiencer of this separated idea that's truly whole. And that's it. So all of the things that are not happening, that you're claiming that are happening outside of your here and now, are creating your heres and nows. And if you look and be honest with yourself, how much time did you spend spinning around in the external only to end up right back where you are here and now? And now you can do the work on the relationship to reality, because now you are aware those truths are beliefs. And how do you know the beliefs? Because you have an emotional relationship with it. The resistance is either positive or negative. You must learn the discernment between the emotional self and the whole self, the fractal and the God, both present in the same here and now. Your whole self isn't out there doing other stuff. It's right here. Get to work on the internal. Always see the perspective. All of these ideas of the externalism is the joy of separation. But none of that's happening. What's happening is right now. That's what's happening, and you're right in front of you. Make your world smaller, day by day, piece by piece. Start changing those relationships through humility and acceptance. Everything is on my videos. If you need help with them, I have the class. If you need personal help, give me an email and we'll talk about it. All of this is to recognize you're separated, and all of your truths are an idea of surrounding your bubble with these truths that you draw in, You interpret, and it gives you an experience of a now and another now and another now and another now, and that's it. And that's it. Nothing else is happening except in your now. If you can grasp that idea, then you can start to really recognize your own bullshit, your own reactions. Now, I'm not saying they're easy. They're easy. They're not easy at all. They're a motherfucker. They're going to have you become alive in all of your pain, have you come alive in all of your hope. And you get to experience from the knowing point of view, the absolute surrender, transcendence point of view of owning your own truth, the heightened, unbuffered emotion that relationship is. That's why the collective isn't going backwards, because they know it. We all lived in dirt. We all lived cold. We all lived hot. AC didn't come out but 50, 60 years ago. Okay, we didn't have computers 40 years ago. Why would we go back to what we already know? Don't worry about the collective. They're going to take care of themselves. They're not going to die. They're not going to collapse. And no monsters are going to come and fucking enslave us. That's the story you're telling yourself in your individual now. No other earth is dominated unless ye allow that domination to create an experience. But it never creates that idea that you're perceiving up here in your head. What could happen? What you're doing is creating fear. Experience of the now. So get busy in your kingdom. Enlighten yourself. And when you become this idea, enlightened light bearer, which is immediately, you start to enlighten the reality around you. When people come into your light, they're exposed to a truth within their kingdom. They get to see that light it up like, holy crap, I'm doing this. This is my world. I'm creating this relationship, not them. The Anunnaki aren't there. They're not coming to get us unless you sell yourself that story. Negative beings aren't there unless you sell yourself that story. Where'd that story come from? From a human. It all comes from humans. We are great storytellers. Pay attention. Grow up inside of you. Grow out of being a child. You see children acting all day, and they are of age and of status according to the human, but they're children. They're nanny, boo-boo, stick your head in doo-doo. They're he said, she said. They did this, so we need to do that. You watch it all the time. All they're doing is cycling the joy of separation. The awakener is aware of separation and the realities therein, how it creates emotional experience and identity. And it also knows how to transcend those things through its humility and acceptance, surrender to that known truth within it, so it may transmute it and be a behavioral aspect of isness instead of separation. That's the work we do. Sorry about the shaking. I keep grabbing this because I don't know, keep sliding back. Okay? Do the work. Do the work. I have the school every Wednesday. I know it says on there it started in August, but I can catch you up from the classes that we've already done. The school is every Wednesday. It is transformative. It's going to suck. You're going to be mad. You're going to be angry. You're going to live all of your separated emotions from suffering all the way to joy, so you can see the beauty of yourself as a creator that you felt never before, until you wake up to the feeling that you've always been that beautiful. That is the presence of you without effort. Can you imagine being happy without chasing it? Imagine being happy, beyond happiness truly, without a reason. You think God's going around, my God, I can make myself happy. I don't know how to do it. Maybe I'll create something externally to make myself happy. Bullshit. We are fucking awesome from the get-go. We are love beyond the love of humanity, which is tossed up between I love hamburgers and baseball. Okay? I love you guys. If you need anything, let me know. Emails down there, donations down there. and give me a thumbs up if you like. Great work, masters.